Hello. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. This is your girl, Gorgeous Minds, also known as Londa A. How y'all doing today on this Thursday, this beautiful Thursday evening? I do apologize for coming to you guys so late. But I literally had a busy day. I've been running around doing all kinds of stuff since this morning. I really need to get on a schedule. I got a schedule, but don't follow it like I'm supposed to. Because, sometimes I know for me, it's easy for me to work through chaos. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I legit can find things in a not organized room faster than my mom or my god sister can. And we were talking about this today when we were at my hair appointment. I was talking to my hairstylist and my god sister, and me and my hairstylist basically came to an agreement that we work better when we're all over the place. And my god sister, she's so neat. When I tell you so neat, she basically takes out her kids' clothes and iron, their clothes throughout the week. So, when they wake up in the morning, all you got to do is just grab what you iron for that whole week, which is good because I don't do that. I need to start doing that. And she was just basically telling me that I really need to stick to, being on a schedule and stuff like that, because it'll help me so much. And which is true. I mean, I can start a schedule, and then I don't completely follow through like I should. And, I was telling her that, basically, it seems like I work better when it's chaos. I know at work, I work at a call center. And I remember one time my boss had to listen to one of my calls, and she's like, I don't understand how you do it. And, I'm like, I don't know either. I really don't know. I really can work through anything. I don't know where that stems from, or whatever the case may be. But I was telling my god sister that being on a schedule, because I'm so used to being here and there and everywhere, it makes me feel so restricted. And she's like, well, if you were on a schedule, you're probably gonna, basically forget to do some stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, but I really need to get on it. But enough of that. Let me go ahead and jump right into the topic of the day. The topic of the day is called the filter effect. The filter effect. I would like for you guys to let that soak in for a minute and think about what you may think that could mean. The filter effect. All right. So, Wednesday evening, I was at work, and, you know how you talk to your coworkers and things like that. Sometimes you get a little personal or whatever. But anyway, we were talking about this test that came about called How We Love test. And basically it's like a quiz where you go to, put in all your information. They ask you questions about childhood, upbringing, and all kind of personal things like that. And at the end of the test, it populates and generates your how you love or whatever. It could be maybe if you been victimized, or if you're a controller, if you are sensitive and things like that. So I did the test, and it basically broke down a lot of things. I'm not completely into those test things, but how we are sometimes. We want to look at our horoscope. We want to see who's compatible. We've done all those little silly and funny things or whatever. So it gave me, my score, and it told me something that I am currently working on right now. And what it basically said is that it stated that when someone does something to me, something to hurt me, I completely cancel them out. And basically, I agree, because, there was a point in time where I would cancel a person out ASAP. you know what I'm saying? If we don't think on one accord, then you are getting canceled out of my life. And especially if you do something that I feel like is slime, or I feel like you're not, you don't have good character traits and stuff like that. I'm very big on being a good person, honesty, and things like that. And I try my best not to offend people. You know what I'm saying? So when it happens to me, it makes me feel like you just really, really committed treason or something like that, because I've been good to you. We've all had those moments in our lives where we just feel like we've been good to somebody, and how dare you? How dare you? So, I have been struggling with that for a while, and I'm trying to figure out what made me notice that, but it came to a point to where I became like really, really aware that I was doing that. It made me really aware, and basically it told me what I needed to do in order to, stop canceling people out of my life and stop looking at them as monsters or dehumanizing someone because they offended me. So basically it said what I need to do is understand that I will be offended. We need to understand that we will be offended in life by anybody, somebody, friend, brother, sister. You know what I'm saying? You will be offended. That doesn't mean that I should cancel out all of the beautiful things that are in them. You know what I'm saying? If a person do something to me, I don't see nothing good anymore. All I see is bad. And that was the bad thing for me. That was a very, very bad thing to me. So, before that, I came across something. I can't remember what it was, but it was, stop thinking that you don't have the right to be offended. Don't get mad when somebody offends you. We all will be offended in life by something. By something that someone has said, or whatever the case may be. So, in order for me to, work on not thinking about being offended so much, I had to put in this system called the filter effect. And that system basically helped me to filter out things that people say to me and still love them at the same time. Like eating the meat but spitting out the bone. That little saying, you just take the meat but spit out the bone. Because to be honest, sometimes people can offend you, but there may be some truth to what they're saying. So what do you do with that? You take the truth, you run it through your filtering system, you take it in, and you be like, hey, what is it that I can keep in me that was said to me, and what is it that I throw away? And because not only do you use it when it comes to when people say things to you, you use it throughout your whole life, even when it comes to relationships. Like, there was a point in time where I completely dehumanized men because of the past hurt and relationship experience that I've been through. But now, it's like I see everything in a whole different light. You know what I'm saying? I will be offended. And if that person is not, the type of person that I should have in my life, okay, let them say what they want to say, go through the filter system, but at the end of the day, I will determine if my time and, if my space is, open to receive, have this person in your life. You have to take things through the filtering system. And I think that's how you grow, not only just mentally, but in every aspect of life, because, it's not good for men to be alone. God said that. It's not good. And, in order for you to build, you need people. You need to know how to work amongst people, because people will do and say some things that can literally have you mind bottled. So that's the filter effect. And it keeps you from hardening your heart. We have to keep our hearts open no matter what has happened in the past. Because if we keep our hearts open and people see that, you know, you're okay with loving and being vulnerable and showing compassion, that tends to rub off on other people. Now, I'm not saying that you let someone just walk all over you like a dog. You don't do that. But you keep your heart open. You keep it open. You keep it guarded but open at the same time. You keep it guarded but open at the same time. So, the filter effect keeps you from hardening your heart. It keeps you from running away, saying I'm done with people, saying I'm done with relationships, saying I'm done with pursuing my dreams and my goals. It keeps you from throwing away so much. So I challenge all of you to put the filter effect in play in your life so we can all reap the benefits of whatever it is that we're trying to achieve or strive for in life. The filter effect keeps you happy. It keeps you happy. You want to love again? Try it. Put the filter effect in place. Learn how to take the meat and spit out the bone. Because there is no such thing as not being offended. We will all be offended. But just trust God and understand that sometimes we can all be fickle. We can all be fickle. We can say things that we don't mean. We can hurt somebody. But it's because of the grace and mercy, also known as the filter effect. So that was my that was my rant for this evening. And I hope that I was able to get that message across clearly. If you have any questions, please hit me up in my email at londa.adams21.com. I'm 21@gmail.com. All over the place. I've been all over the place since this morning. Hit me up if you want to talk more about the filter effect and how I, you know what I'm saying? I know how to just, let things roll off my shoulder. But I also take, what I can take from what is being said or what is being done. So I will know how to respond the next time towards a situation. So I hope you guys have a great and lovely evening. And thank you guys once again for tuning in.